Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. Alright, this is going to be an interesting one. I randomly selected from my long list and came to one that I thought seemed interesting enough. This was not much said. I mean, there was not much said about this. This was kind of a silent submission in a way, in the sense that they only mentioned that defensive scaling was tough, and that's all they told me. This is Windleton with Dregs. That's interesting because this can tell you a lot about the run and the way that they planned on going with it. And one of my thoughts immediately here is that sounds like Strangler. That sounds like maybe offensive scaling wasn't there either, and they simply couldn't get enough turns into Relentless to win, which is interesting. Now, it's one of the problems of Strangler, very polarizing in that respect. Obviously, this means you're not seeing Molten Encasement, because otherwise Stealth would easily clean this up, but it might mean that you're relying on something else. Maybe you're seeing a lot of hollows, but you don't have healing, or something like that. So I could see this being a struggle. I also think that it's easy to overlook the other paths of Windleton that I actually think are a little more consistent, Predator and Thornlord. So we'll see. There are a couple wins that some folks have gotten on this that look really high scoring. These are, oh my gosh, looking at these numbers, these are like 200 plus shards, no damage taken on the bosses. Someone has found some dominating strategies here. So that means something is here, of course. And it might just be that we need to tease it out. That's about it. So what I'll say is, in case you're joining us for the first time, the idea behind this series is I'm playing viewer submitted runs. So if you are struggling through anything on Monster Train Covenant 25, you can send me the 3-word combo like you see up here in the top, and I will play it for you on the channel. I'm kind of randomizing the decisions here based on I have such a long list of cursed and blessed seeds, and it's difficult, therefore, to decide what I'm going to do. I could go in order, but truth is that I'm trying to balance out the particular champions and combos that we're seeing. As a result, this is what we get today, and this is what we get anytime. I think that's basically all I need to say. We're currently on an 18 win streak, which is nice. We muscled through a really bad Primordium run, feeding into Lady of the House. Another melting run, I suppose. There was a bunch of Furnace Tap involved as sort of the mechanism to squeak it out at all. And it was fine. It was fine. I think that run, I played it pretty safe, whereas I believe some of the winning lines that other people had were playing very fast and loose, in the sense that too risky. I think that they happened to luck into their solutions, and their scores looked really strong as a result. Whereas if you were playing this on your win streak, for instance, playing it the way that they did would be extremely dangerous. You would basically be throwing your win streak potentially away. There's only a few modifications the run had to have done in order to completely screw that over. So interesting. It was funny looking at those runs and going, I would never recommend doing this despite the fact that it won. And then looking at mine, which was such a struggle, but felt a lot more level-headed, reasonable, secure. Like I was actually, I don't know, planning ahead a little bit as opposed to just yeeting my soul into the ether. I don't know. We'll see. But that's as much as I'm going to say here. We'll go ahead and dive in. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's play some, what is this, Windleton? Yeah, I guess we can play that. I was looking briefly. The times of these two winning runs are fairly high for runs that I see people playing on. I'm totally distracted by this because usually these runs are very fast for everyone else except for me, because obviously I'm explaining things. But very strange that these are both comparably quite long. Huh. I wonder what that means. Maybe this is a real big thinker, actually. Well, we'll see. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. It is a new day for me. I have gotten some additional recording to do. I had to stop recording yesterday, which was another weekend today, because I actually ran myself ragged on my voice. Simply too much recording. And that was that. So I was like, alright, well, I could have gotten a little more in, decided against it. Today we're picking it up again. Hopefully I can get the rest of the week recorded, and you all will be seeing this on Monday, I believe, so that's exciting. Hopefully your Monday is not too bad, at least assuming you're within the same rough time zones as me. I guess, is it possible? Yeah, I mean, you could totally have, by the time this goes up, it could be like 2 a.m. for an Australian, so maybe your Tuesday is okay. I don't know, you hopefully are sleeping if that's you, but we'll see. Alright, let's get in on this. We are Exile, Awoken, Default Melting. Struggles with Dregs is basically the name of the game, because this looks a lot better if you have primitive molts. We are facing Plating Seal Daedalus, Rage Arcus, and Chased Seraph, with Sharpened Draft and Wildwood Custodian. These are pretty bad cards. Sharpen is at least some scaling, but this card is bad. You should never be happy to see this card. When you're looking for offensive scaling, this card does not even come into mind. 1, it's too slow. +4 is bad. Spikes is redundant in almost all cases. 2, it costs 2 Ember. It's just so expensive for how little you get. Looking at this card next to Razor Sharp Edge is absolutely outrageous to me. I cannot believe how Monster Train devs looked at this and said, yep, that's balanced. Like, it's wild. You don't even have to be good at the game to make that realization. You just need to look at the cards for 10 seconds and think. It just seems strange. This is something that Monster Train suffers with in a very weird way. To consider something like Glacial Seal. Do you look at Glacial Seal and go, ah, yes, that is a very powerful card? Absolutely not. You know exactly as soon as you see it. This thing sounds terrible. And guess what? It is. And yet, they nerfed it that way because I guess they thought it was overperforming. I don't know. That's like the only real struggle of Monster Train, I believe. I wish they would just kind of come in and tweak some of those stupid numbers so those cards wouldn't suck. We'd get a lot more variety out of it, but whatever. Alright. Draft's the only real good unit here. It's good, but we don't have the reforms for it, so really it kind of just goes away and dies, which is not great. Wildwood Custodian is also here. You don't really need him with Windleton, because you have the root seeds, and I'm already removing... all my deck is units, basically, so it just goes away. I don't know. He's kind of a bad dude. I'm not a big fan of Ye Olde Custodian, but... So this is a very weak start, I would describe it as. Potentially, if we can lean into a melting strategy, this gets really strong, so something like hunt down melting banners, but we'll have to see. I'm hopeful we could get a burnout line going, maybe, but that's a big challenge, right? You would need to find ways of extending burnout, but yeah. Alright, let's see. Temples on 2, 4, 5, and 7. Okay, it's fine. It could be worse. And we have dupe on 8 on magic side. It's not fancy. There's money there. And we have a dupe on 7 with no shop that has caverns. And the removals are in a good steel shop opposing that. So probably the steel shop, unless you really need the dupe. Then we have Steel Magic on 6, nothing exciting there. A good Magic Shop on 5, and a Trinket Shop that's kind of bad on 5, so it's almost certainly the Magic side. Dupe, Awoken Banner, Money on 4, and then a Horde with... what the heck is this pathing? Horde plus Vortex? I suppose that could be okay, but we'll have to see. We do have double shops on both 2 and 3 for a lot of choices. But the Remnant banners are Steel then Magic, so that's interesting. Whereas there's an Awoken banner on the Magic side on 2. We'll have to see what we're shown. It's hard to predict. Split Anvil or Tempered Talisman. I mean, it's going to be Split Anvil because I have Sharpens, and Tempered Talisman does actually nothing in this deck right now. So, okay. We're going to snag the money, of course. Strangler Thornlord. This is tricky because I think it has to be Strangler here. As much as I would like to pick Thornlord, the problem is I have, what, almost no spells? So my incant is bad, I think it is Strangler here. And this, I can see this falling apart, right? Just based on the starting cards. You don't have a good Thorn Lord. I mean, I'll take the spikes because all I have to do is put Sharpen on my top guy and we'll chew through him. Yeah, this is actually fine. You just play Sharpen upstairs pretty much. But what we should do... We never swing on these guys yet, yeah? You play the draft first, so it burns out and saves your everything. I will put the Custodian somewhere. I don't need him. I don't want him on the floor. In fact, I would rather a Train Steward later. So, let's see. Hit. Can I get them to swing? A Train Steward here in the middle causes one enemy to perish. You know what? We'll take it. This guy scares me. I need to root seeds not Primordium, Windleton. I think this would be a bad turn. Well, if I hit a Sharpen, but I think this is a bad turn to play something upstairs. I could and should consider instead just burning units downstairs. Right? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to keep the draft in play here because I might find use for him later. Okay, now give me a Sharpen. Thank you. Sharpen saves me a lot here, and it makes these root seeds free. I'll put a Train Steward downstairs for the moment. Okay, that's good. I'd like to see another Sharpen. Good, that saves some more and gives me all of these root seeds for free. I now hopefully... Let me see, can I send 5-5, 5-5? Which means if I do drag, draft, I hit one and actually kill it. I'll take it. Every little bit matters. Cool, and now we just do Sharpen and we do a ton of root seeds here. And you can see that there's really not much else left in the deck at this point. But we get through it because we do a bajillion damage around, pretty much. And I really ought to put the Train Steward in front here. It changes a little bit, which is good. Cool, we made it through. Got the trial. Nice. Survivability already looking nasty. Got that Bramble Lash. Excuse me. What am I going to do? Sharpen plus Bramble Lash? Absolutely not. I'm going to take Vine Grasp? Yeah, I think I need a ping. I want a ping badly. Restoration Detonation is technically okay, but I'm seeing Remnant Banner here. You could argue for the Magic Shop, and I think that it's not terrible, but it's also not good. Consider the alternative. What Awoken unit could they show me here that I'd be happy about? The answer is nothing. I can't take any of the hollows. What am I going to do? Hollow plus Restoration Detonation as the only option? No. It's going to be Vine Grasp here for sure. Purifying Cleanse. I think we take this for a few reasons. The first is I'm hoping for some kind of burnout line that I can sustain. This is a burnout extender. I already have Draft, and I don't think Dripfall helps this. You could maybe try to assemble a Superfloor, but you have a hard time doing so in this clan combo if things are burning out anyway, and your survivability is bad. So we take the Purifying Cleanse. We're going to the Steel Shop here. I want to look at the Remnant Banner. Yeah, that's bad. Burnout 1, Thornstone, Large Stone. Oh. Paraffin Enforcer is huge here, though. Right, well, interesting. This is interesting because this is a lot of damage. I have the draft. Huh, well, this could be very powerful, but it's also easy for this to fall. The other thing is, what do you do the order here in? I think you want to do Paraffin Enforcer into Draft in this run. Because my burnout is so low, I want burnout 3 here. Lady of the Reformed is potentially a very good durability choice here, which is nice, but I mean, she's not going to be that tanky. You'd kind of want the Paraffin Enforcer first and then find another lady later. I'm going to take the Paraffin Enforcer. I think that is super correct. We will... Ugh, I'll consider an infusion right away. Spell Chain. You could Spell Chain the Purifying Cleanse. That is a pretty strong approach here. True. That's pretty strong. Burnout 1. Could I... This is interesting. I'm looking for a lot of things at this point of the run, but you have a choice that you can make right now that potentially defines the future of your run. I think you can get away with... What am I thinking? I think you can get away with Draft infused with Paraffin Enforcer, and you might be able to toss it a Burnout 1, and then you Spell Chain the Purifying Cleanse. That's so aggro right now, but it's enough burnout. The problem, of course, being I don't think you can ever do Draft into Paraffin Enforcer here. I think that's wrong. You have enough draw power to get through your deck quick enough to find the Draft, but more importantly, I think you want the Burnout 2 from Paraffin Enforcer's infusion into the Draft, or this falls apart real quick. I mean, how are you going to do this with Paraffin Enforcer burning out Burnout 1? If I had Primitive Molds, this changes everything, right? Because I could bring them back, but I don't. So is the Burnout 1 correct? It's good-ish. I mean, it's something. It's an extra turn. Which might be important. It, however, is not a very useful upgrade, right? I'd rather a plus 25 here. You could, I guess, leave him a large stone, make him huge, but at that point, you're basically turning him into... Right, you're turning him into Paraffin Enforcer just without draw priority. The 1 space is a big perk here that you want to kind of lean into if you can. This run really wants stealth, doesn't it? And it's not going to find it, doesn't it? That's interesting. Yeah, there's no way we find stealth right now, based on how this run is described to me. Archstone's not terrible here. Not. I don't think it's good, though. I'm going to re-roll it. I don't think the Wickstone is good enough. Interesting. A plus 25 is pretty solid. It is calling the shot a little bit. You really want to see quick or something on this run. Endless? You could have had an Endless Lady, I suppose. I'll take the plus 25 here on one of these guys. Interesting. I don't know if I need this Remnant Banner. The Magic Shop is potentially okay. Make things free. But I have the Split Anvil, so really I just need Sharpen to kind of convert my hand into a free play. I'm going to buy a plus 25 here. I think I should potentially remove cards. Am I going to do this right now? It's probably the right choice. Okay. We're gonna do that. I'm actually going to buy 2 removals right now. Right? Because there's money in the middle if I need it for this next shop. And I decide to go that way. Yeah, so I'm gonna buy 2 removals on Train Steward right now to improve my deck quality, and we're gonna move on. Interesting. I don't normally do that. This trial is scary as heck. We take a ton of unnecessary damage. I think we skip that one for the moment. Oh, wow. Turn 1. Yikes. Okay, that's pretty good. We play Windleton, Giraffe, and you Purifying Cleanse him. And then we drop Train Steward down below. Be top floor. Thank you. Would like double root seeds, please. And then it's Dreg. We at least hit something cool. 4 turns of burnout. I wish to sharpen up front. I also wish to pull this fellow forward there. We're going to Giraffe here because it at least swings. And we'll play double dregs downstairs. They die, but it's fine. Alright, we sharpen in the back here for the triple root seeds. There's no point in playing this drag up front, so we play it on the bottom and hope for the best. Thanks for that curse. Or not the curse, but the sweep. We do wish to Purifying Cleanse in the back for sure. We sharpen there. I think we clean this up with that Purifying Cleanse draw, yeah. I wish to pull Spikes Dude forward. I can just play Wildwood Custodian here for the extra draw. It's okay. Because I only need 2 Ember for this floor. Cool, and we easily find the 2 Ember we need. Thank you, Split Anvil. Very cool. Okay, so we get through that combat. The Spikes Trial would have been bad. Channel Song. What the heck? I mean, we clicked the... Oh, is Channel Song actually terrible? There's too many dregs in this run. Why is this here? Give me Razor Sharp Edge. I think I'm going to click a Sting here. It's better than a Skip. And it deals with chump blockers a little bit. Sure, okay, that sucks, but I'll take it. Molded Hallowed Drippings. Ooh, that's tough. That's so tough. What is the pick? I really love Molded here. And I think you always take a reform if it's shown to you. I think you have to take Molded. Hallowed Drippings is exceptional here for this line, but Molded is just so strong. That's good. Reminder, no stealth. We knew that that was coming. Magic Shop says, what could they show me that would make me happy? Holdover on Sharpen is actually not that good. We're looking to just draw a million cards and then play them all. A -1 on a Sharpen is okay, because then it can play with the other one. A Permafrost on Reform is okay. That's fine. For an emergency, break glass. Left has what? Multi-strike, I suppose? And health. Endless is bad, large is bad, quick is questionable until I see the next steel shop. Or the next forge, rather. Interesting to note, there are no steel shops in the mid-game. You can see a bunch of people died here on Ring 5. I think that's interesting because it tells me that... What? They didn't actually get another chance at a steel shop here, right? What did they need? When is the dupe that I pick up? This tells me you probably don't have quick here, right? You're probably getting Strangler or Thornlord or something, which sucks. What could this Magic Shop do that makes me very happy? Holdover would go into, what, Purifying Cleanse, actually? I mean, that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. What would my frontline choice here be? Lady of the Reformed, maybe? I mean, that's okay. I think the right is better here. We'll go to the right. Magic Shop says, Holdover, okay, good. Remnant Banner says, ooh, that's bad. Tycoon plus Thug. These are not it on this particular run. You could make some cash. cash money with Windleton, but I think that it is wrong on this particular run where we're a little bit in the back line, and I can't fit Mr. Draft behind Windleton this way. Yeah, I think we're skipping him, sadly. I am going to grab this holdover into something. It's probably Purifying Cleanse, unironically. This card is good. As much as I might like to lean into Sharpen here, holding over Sharpen just feels terrible. It's not a good card. Right? It's not good. And using it just for Split Anvil is bad, because most of your turns you're not actually going to have all spells. So, you hold over the card that matters, which in this case is Purifying Cleanse. Okay. A -1. I should make a Root Seeds free, because the second I see an X5 event, I want it to be on that Root Seeds. If I re-roll this at 155, how do I feel about this run? Right? I can't get the big one. I could buy another -1 or something. Let's look at this Caverns first. We'll see what we see. Purge a unit, get an upgraded unit later. I hate this event. I hate this event a lot. I mean, what you do here is you send a Sharpen, really, right? You send one of these because it could come back free and doing something else. And if it ends up coming back with the reserve +5 health, that's okay, right? Because I can just not play it and get health then, and I don't mind not playing it. So we full yeet on a Sharpen here. I think that is for sure. And, well, that's a tragedy. I'm going to stay lower on shards, I believe. There's no shop that I can go to on this next floor anyway, so I don't really care. So we'll go on at 35, and that's fine with me. Cool. With holdover on the Purifying Cleanse, I believe that is strong because it lets me just burn out Windleton too, right? No problems. I will pull this man forward. Yeah, you can just burn out Windleton without much issue here. Take a Root Seeds. This thing is wasted at this point. I'll sting another floor, I suppose. We'll double dreg here. I could have face tanked it, but I can also just heal this back, so I don't really care all that much. It's fine. Cool, we get our big friend, who will drop in and do a great job. I should play the other draft here, actually. And then I will Purifying Cleanse that fellow. I can play a dreg here, and we swing, which is nice. I can even protect this Wildwood Custodian a little bit, which is good. This floor looks like it could do well, is probably the way I would describe it. I will Purifying Cleanse the front here. I will then Sharpen the front. I am going to Root Seeds the big man here. And then we get a dreg killed and it's fine. Okay, this is a top floor. You're not dead, right? Good. We're going to Purifying Cleanse to keep him on the top here. And then, that's a scary front floor, yikes. Sure, that bomb sucks a little bit. I think I have to Purifying Cleanse up front now. Ooh, actually, I can pull Sting, which is big. I do think I get to let this draft in the back perish, and I'm just going to have to be okay with that. I need my man up front topped off here. And I can double Root Seeds. I can reform back. What? A dreg, I suppose? It does something for me. Oh, we got another upgraded dude down there. That's wild. You hate to see that. Cool. I can heal here. It's good. Oh, man. Again, Vine Grasp. It's easy to underestimate, but really good. I will Sharpen in the back, I believe, which makes everything here free. I'm going to boost back there. This unit is the most important unit here. I can mold back other draft, which will do okay. 15 here. No, I'll put the 15 next turn there. I want to extend the burnout on this guy, which is good. Cool, we get it. Great. use Sharpen middle here. We keep him alive, and we just do a whole bunch of this. It will be okay. A little tough, not the way I like to do it, but it's fine. Wildwood Tome is the card you click here if you're scared. Am I scared? I mean, you have to be, right? You have to play this close to heart, because, I mean, think about this. What if I don't see Quick on this next Forge? You're going to immediately struggle and start to die. Channel Song, we've already established, is not good. Formless Child is also here. There's just not much to say about our friend Formless Child, who I guess could reform some units, but it's not what you want to see. We take the Tome. It's a security measure. And we get... Ooh, we get a Shattered Shell, huh? It's interesting because Shattered Shell could have taken this Paraffin Enforcer infusion. And with Quick on the Shattered Shell, this would have been very strong. So, it's fair. That's entirely fair. So if you could have held out to now with the Paraffin Enforcer in tow, you might have been able to, what? Assemble a Paraffin Enforcer Shattered Shell with Wildwood Tome line? I mean, that's really strong. The question is, of course, does it actually get to the point where it beats bosses quick enough? The bosses that don't fly are the real struggles here. That's the big question mark, especially Ring 7, right? It's like 1,000 HP you've got to chew through before you get murdered. And that enemy is hitting for at least like 50 or something like that. So I think we could hard pivot, but I think we already have the Windleton set up. If I see Quick for Windleton, this might be okay. I'm going to skip this, perhaps boldly. Perhaps boldly, yes. Now, Ember is going to be good. I think that will be strong. As usual, Ember plus Root Seeds is a pretty good matchup. Space is valuable, but I don't have a Tomb here, right? I do not have a Tomb, which means there's only so much I can do. That's fair. I'm going to be on the lookout for, do I have any temples? I do. A plus 30 on that Purifying Cleanse is going to be pretty good for this run, if we can find that. Is it Ember? I don't know. Our deck is pretty cheap right now, in all truth. And if I can hit the Sharpen on the important turns with the Root Seeds, we actually pull this off pretty okay. So I think a draw power is good. Yeah, if this were Curse Fell or Curse Arcus, I might choose otherwise, but I'm going to take the draw right now. That's concerning, though. Let's see. Do I go left and remove? It's valuable. Or do I go right and dupe? What do I dupe if I go that direction? You could dupe the Wildwood Tome. What would the Awoken banner be? Nothing. I don't think it's dupe Paraffin Enforcer Friend quite yet. Is it? It could be. Duping him right now feels not good. I mean, it's enough. I'd rather dupe him later. I have another draft. I'm going to go left and clean this deck up. The faster we can get to that whole play Sharpen, play your whole hand, and then do everything run part is going to be good. I'm going to go left. Yes, I'm locking that in. The Horde says Bloating Fungus or Vapor Funnel. Well, both of these are absolutely terrible. I have no regen. And enemies don't walk to the pyre or else I have lost. Incredible. That is incredible. I'm going to click Vapor Funnel because there's the very small chance that I get... Let me tell you what this is. Conduits on Ring 4, okay? Plus Invasion Trial. Technically, an enemy can walk to the pyre. So I'm going to go Vapor Funnel here, I suppose. It's not great, but it's fine. We will continue cutting Train Stewards here. I do not want them. Moment of Truth. Thornlord. Yeah, alright, bud. Is Thornlord good here? It's really not. Am I going to go Strangler too and hope for a Predator later? God, God, that's bad. I think I will. That's really bad. -2. Not what you like to see. Intrinsic. Intrinsic Wildwood Tome is pretty good here. See it before an enemy walks on me. This could betray me, but I think I do need to take that. It'll help in the near term. You could do another infusion here, but I really think that's wrong. We're going to chill under 40, under 50 here. This is a bad run. Yep, it's a bad run. Okay, we're going to take this because I have a guaranteed quick, and I can lock an enemy down, which I think is good. Ooh, that's an interesting turn 1, huh? You play Windleton for sure. Seraph, dude. Then we put the quick in front, and we Vine Grasp there. We're going to pull a man forward. Scary, but I think we can pull it off. I do need to buff this man to the best of my ability. We'll do as much burning of units as I can. I do need to hit the Purifying Cleanse, please. Thank you. Our man lives. I can face tank with a Dreg here, which is good. Which lets me lock the floor down. I will mold back another Dreg. We're just going to burn these Dregs to the best of our ability. This next floor is going to be clean. Okay, I think we get through this combat here. Yeah, no problem, actually. I need to buff Frontman up a bit. He's currently swinging on everything and just auto-killing them, which is great. So we're going to Root Seeds in the back. I Sting in front there. I will extend Burnout in the back. I'm probably playing Wildwood Custodian up here in front, as weird as that is. Yeah, it's strange. Look, I know it's strange. How does he die? Oh, he gets stabbed by the Clip Defender. That's actually extremely funny when you think about it. That's extremely funny, in fact. Well, I don't get everything I would like. He gets stabbed. I find that hilarious. We're going to work on the back here. That's good. We get the Sharpen, though. That's nice. We'll take the Sharpen in the back. Make everything free. I will buff my guy in the back. It's Mold on Big Dreg, I suppose. We can Root Seeds, Root Seeds, Root Seeds. I get to draw everything, basically. We'll pull him forward. I'll play Big Dreg in the front up here. I think it's fine. Yes, I think this will be okay. We continue to buff in the back for the best of our ability. This is at least acceptable, right? We can Sting. I can mold back something here. It's fine. We'll get through this combat. Thanks in large part to just enough HP and a scary man in the back floor. And then you just keep buffing real quick. We look at our numbers here. It's not great, admittedly, but it's fine. This definitely falls apart on Ring 5. I see that problem here. We get through this with the trial, mind you. In Graft, Focused Growth is significantly better than Sharpen. By a lot. By a lot. If I go left at this trinket shop, what am I hoping to see? What does it give me? It's a good question. I was thinking for a moment there, and I can't just come up with an idea of, like, what do you... okay, so... Emblem of the Exiles, maybe? Isn't this just the magic shop, though? What could the magic shop get me? Hopefully I see a plus 30. That's what I really want here for the Purifying Cleanse. But if I don't see it... Magic shop says... What? What do you hold over here? It's a tough call, actually. Right? It's a tough call. Well, it could be this engraft. You just toss it a +10 or something. It's additional healing, more draw. It's not bad, but it's not good either. Preserved Thorns is fine, but the thing is I'm realizing really quickly my whole strategy of playing Sharpen to make my hand free falls off a cliff the second that I draft enough cards that I can no longer reliably hit all of these together. I don't want Preserved Thorns here. I don't think this adds enough for value. It could be Focused Growth, and I think it is. Spreading out my healing a bit is good, plus this is just objectively superior to Sharpen in such a large way. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. I'm gonna snap click Engulfed in Smoke. That is survivability in a big way. We get... Oh, copy Sharpen. Gross. Hold on to it, please. Make it free. Okay, it's Magic Shop time, for sure. Holdover on this, I feel like we actually can win. We actually stand a chance at winning here. Now, look in the middle. What do we have? Spell Chain Intrinsic. Curse you! I could Spell Chain the Engulfed in Smoke. We have options here. I could Intrinsic the Engulfed in Smoke. We have a lot of choices. So let's see what our Magic Shop offers us first. Okay, we need to remove cards. Wildwood Custodian is going away because he costs 1 Ember. Goodbye, my friend. You are abysmal. This could also be the draft removal that I'm not using, but let me look. First -1. Am I ever going to do -1/-1 Engulfed in Smoke? No. I need more stealth than that. So... it's either -1 Spell Chain, which is viable, because there is a Spell Chain in there. It's not pretty, it's viable. So there's that option. Or it's Double Stack, also viable. It's never -1/-1. And because of that, I also, serious consideration, if they showed me a naked holdover here, I would just put it in Engulfed in Smoke and leave it at 2 cost because of Split Anvil. So what I should do is I should make this other Sharpen cost 1. Because I have better cards for this now. Yes. Okay. 20 Consume is not good here. You could 20 Consume the Sting. It's fine. I don't actually mind this. It's actually fine, right? I like this card because it does something and it kills a frontline, right? It's actually an okay card. Plus it opens up some good relic choices. You could see Thorn Casing or whatever, and then this card actually does something seriously meaningful. I'm not going to burn it. I don't think I want to. Is the Remove Consume? Oh no, I'm not on the Wildwood Tome. Am I going to play it like 3 times? No, it's fine. Okay, we're going to double stack the hell out of this Engulfed in Smoke. I could leave it at 3 Ember, actually. Am I just going to +10 this Purifying Cleanse? I don't want to. No, I'm going to hold out. There's one more temple. I am double stacking the Engulfed in Smoke, though. I want to remove down to where I can play this Engulfed in Smoke rapidly. So, okay, that is a very important choice. Now, so I need to remove cards that I get on redraws. So, Wildwood Tome, let's see, what am I redrawing here? Focus Growth is a good card because it means I can draw faster. Molded is backup. What am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards. So 2 turns, and I see Engulfed in Smoke. That's enough to sustain stealth into Relentless. That's 4 stealth every 2 turns, which is pretty good. I could remove units here, but I've gotten rid of the most egregious ones. And with stealth, I might actually like to keep this draft around for the moment. I don't want to remove anything that draws me cards. So, Root Seeds is good. You could remove Sharpen, actually. I probably should have considered removing Sharpen here. But I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to actually cut... Am I going to cut this Sting that I already... Yeah, the Sting is actually the least important part of this deck. I could have 20 consumed it, and it would have been okay. I sure could have. Now, am I going to -1 the Engulfed in Smoke? Yes, because 2 Ember is kind of the perfect point here. So this is actually where I want it to be. Obviously, unfortunately, it doesn't work on the focus growth. I could leave it at 3. And then... But then I can't play it on my initial draw-throughs if I have Ember Drain, and that's really bad. So I need this on Engulfed in Smoke here. Yeah, okay, fine. Sure. This will be acceptable. 2 Ember cost, yes. Now, the next consideration. Spell Chain. You could Spell Chain this Root Seeds here. It's pretty good because it actually draws you through quicker, right? What if I consider Purifying Cleanse Spell Chain? That's weird. It's kind of Burnout 6 then. I actually think this is what I want to do. It's Burnout 6, right? And with enough 2-costers, I should be able to make it free. Weird. I think so, yes. Okay. Intrinsic... Moment of truth and consideration. Intrinsic focus growth is potentially bad. Because what if you draw the Engulfed in Smoke on turn 1? Well, you just play it instead. This, I think, is actually smart. It wraps me through my deck very quickly. We cut now a Dreg, actually. Yes. I like that draft for the moment. This run can clean up. Stay under 80. Yeah, okay. Of course. Crystal Cloak. I'm looking to... I can take this armor. If I lose, it's not going to be because of armor. Yeah? Okay, so it is Windleton here. Focused growth on him. Give him the quickness. We're drawing fast. 10 cards. Yep. We need to make it through my run ASAP. Okay, we hit an Engulfed in Smoke, but we don't have our lad, which is a bad thing. We're going to pull... I need to do over 30 damage here. We can do that, right? Yes. Get a Dreg killed on middle. It's fine. We're going to pull... Big Tanker forward and sting him. And then I Engulfed in Smoke upstairs. We do over 30 damage here. Reform does nothing. Okay. Fine. Alright. We see 34. Okay, you clobber. I should put Bad Draft in front. I could reform here, right? So we'll put Good Draft down. Then Bad Draft. Then I will Root Seeds Windleton for the moment. We're going to Burnout Extend. I'll Sting middle, it's fine. We're going to double Drag downstairs, get rid of them. I will, in this particular case, what do I draw? 8? I think because I have Holdover Purifying Cleanse, I need another Root Seeds here. Yes. I leave in the Purge copy here. I think it is Ember, by the way. Good turn. Good turn. We extend Burnout 1 on middle. And then behold, we Engulfed in Smoke here. I now need to buff middle fellow with the Rage Generation. I want to extend Burnout on the back here. I yank Tankman forward. I will mold, because as I improve the molds here, they may take turns off of the boss. Cool. This is not a great turn, but that's okay. I say that only because I need Burnout in a big way on the one that does the most work here. Root Seeds are more important than any other card. Okay. Alright, we take Purifying Cleanse in the middle here. Engulfed in Smoke. Good. We need to draw fast. It's all about drawing fast here. Okay. Good. Great. Honestly, good. Because I want to Purifying Cleanse. 17 Burnout is enough. 8 Stealth. That will get me through. And then we play Focused Growth. This guarantees that I see my Engulfed in Smoke one more time, which is 8 Stealth versus 8 Stealth, which, believe it or not, is enough. Yeah, this guy down here doesn't actually do anything for me, but it's fine. We're going to buff here. In front. Big Root Seeds value. Sting the boss. Do our best. Extend Burnout on that friend. Okay. It looks bad until we click this card, Engulfed in Smoke, and we take these. Incredible turnarounds. Incredible turnarounds. You love it. And we just wait out our stealth, and then we get our big turns, and we're fine. Amazing. Okay, this run is doable. Pyregrow is simultaneously excellent and also horrifying, but it's kind of exactly the card I want right now, so I'm going to take it, actually. Very funny. Mortal Entrapment. Remember, every card you draft is scary. Is this Sacrificial Resurrection's time with the drafts and the deadweights? No, I don't think so. I'm not looking to have Sacrificial Resurrection all the time here. I think these cards are not necessary. I have Stealth that I can stack up to big levels. Okay. Oh, I have to take this spread. This is actually terrible. It's a spreading Sharpen. Oh no, I have to remove it now. That's actually hilarious. I'm going to go to the right here. I'm going to for sure buy a removal into that Sharpen. That Sharpen has to go. It clutters my deck. The Magic Shop is good, but not critical here. Right, we're going to go to the right so I can maybe see something to put in this draft. It'll be fine. We'll take Pyro Remains. I will click the Horde in the middle. Thorn Fruit's very bad. Mark of an Exile is something. I will take Mark of an Exile. Cursed Vines is potentially okay, but Mark of an Exile is better here. It's for Windleton, right? He now has 75 life, which is great news. Endless Burnout 1 plus 25. These are not it. I'm going to reroll. Quick. It's not what I want. You may ask why, and the answer is simple. I'm going to have 2 of these Paraffin Enforcer lads on the floor, and where am I doing this dupe, right? Is it this next floor? It doesn't have to be. It could be on ring 7, right? It's interesting. It's actually very interesting. I think if I remove cards here, such as immediately I'm going to cut this Sharpen. This card is terrible. I think I want to cut the other Sharpen too here, actually, and improve my draw density in a big way. It's actually the Vine Grasp, right? I don't need the ping anymore. If I need to do a plus 30 somewhere, I can put it into the Sting and it's fine. Well, what do I value more, the Sting or the plus 30? Well, the Sting or the Vine Grasp? It's actually the Vine Grasp, right? I can reorganize an enemy's floor. I value that more. Yeah, I'm going to cut Sting, actually. Okay, and now I can't even afford the Quick, so I'm going to chill. We're going to go to the Caverns, see what we get. Trap Shoot or Pulley Claw. You take the Trap Shoot. Ooh, Pulley Claw is actually kind of cute here, right? With the Vapor Funnel. I take the Trap Shoot, though. It goes away. It buys me initial turns. I like these consume cards that I can just burn through immediately. Removing 2 cards is good. I'm going to continue. I think if I take draw here, now that I have what is it called? Pyrogrow. We can get away with murder, which I like. Oh, Split Anvil, thank you so much. Split Anvil, you're blessed. Cool, so what you do is you do Focus Growth, and then that makes Wildwood Tome free. We're going to use this for quick in the front. That just clears back lines. Then I'm going to Root Seeds in the back, and we're just going to get a Dreg killed. Cool, great. Nine card draw is excellent. And... interesting. If I play the Draft, I cannot play the Stealth. So what I think I'm doing here is I think I'm just stealthing this so that I can Root Seeds. I think I then just play Dreg here. I do want to get rid of Trap Shoot, so I think I'm actually going to drop the Heavy. It doesn't matter if they overstack, right? That's an important thing. Okay. This is the bad turn. Yes. So I Pyrogrow up top. Yikes. I'm going to play a Dreg downstairs. I need to Root Seeds that Dreg. I'm going to pull... it doesn't really matter what I pull here. I just don't want to play it on mid-floor. Sure, so I guess I'll just shoot this guy. Prevent too much of an overstack. I have 3 Ember. I need to Purifying Cleanse twice upstairs, I believe. How do I do that? What card am I willing to sacrifice? Honestly, I'm willing to sacrifice Sharpen here. Yeah, we mold first. Just bring back a Dreg. He exists here and just hits something. That's neat. Okay, I now get a Root Seeds. And we Purifying Cleanse up here. Oh, I guess I can Sharpen first. I don't mind this. And then we Purifying Cleanse once up top. Cool. Good. Interesting to know that Incant happens after you play your card, but before the Purge copy pops up. It's kind of interesting. Right, I need to play a ton of stuff here. I need Burnout in the front and in the back, and then I need to Root Seeds the back fellow a whole bunch. I need to scale Windleton here is the trick. Good. So now it's Draft, Engulfed in Smoke, Purifying Cleanse. I should have done it in the other order, but it's okay. I'm going to continue to buff up Windleton here. We just keep scaling the guy in the middle for sure. Doesn't really matter what we do elsewhere, but I will play the Drag back that I scaled earlier. It's at least something, and it hits this guy. Sure, why not? Cool, we are scaling something. Don't be another... okay, good. I was going to say, don't be another Incant Shard, because I will hate you forever and a day, but we're good. I now Engulfed in Smoke. Incredible. We spread out the Burnout to the best of our ability here. Just get these numbers up. We're buffing the only guy that matters. We just kind of ping on the boss. And we're getting a lot of scaling here, actually. This looks like this will win. Yeah, okay. Especially when you get a good turn where you can get the Focused Growth in play. Looking for the middle dude because he benefits the most from these. I will extend Burnout on the middle guy as well. We're going to mold it back. Keep raising this Dreg from the dead, pretty much. Sure, he slaps a man downstairs for 30. Seems good to me. Okay, we now Purifying Cleanse, middle. We Engulfed in Smoke. That's 10 Engulfed in Smoke here. That's very strong. I can even afford the Focused Growth too, which is kind of wild. But it doesn't matter all that much. We are burning out in the front, so we do that. I'll put the next one all in the back. I'm reasonably certain this wins. Yeah. Reasonably certain we are pulling this off here. Thank you, Engulfed in Smoke, by the way. This card is incredible, it turns out. Here, I'm even going to bring back Super Drag one more time. And he doesn't even swing. That's okay. Mid-floor, I mean, we super win, right? There's no concern here. Yeah, you just get the burnout numbers high enough. You Engulfed in Smoke for a disgusting amount of stealth, and we are good. This obviously is a scary thing against your friend Chased, but I think we'll be fast enough. Especially when Chased is on the floor, I think we can generate a lot of rage. And he isn't cutting my burnouts, so really it's okay. Hallowed Halls is not terrible, but it's not great either. And the truth is, Wildwood Tome again? I don't actually need this, right? I don't. What am I going to do? Click the Hallowed Halls ever? The answer is no. You could create a cool Dreg Floor, though. That would be fun, but I don't think so. We skip this. The Wildwood Tome is just for early turns before I can turn everything on. Is this enough scaling for me? Let's say I get 2... Math. I need math. 2 drafts on the floor plus Windleton. I think that's good because you could see my burnout was getting to a point where it was actually self-sustaining. So I think the answer is I do not need space for a 3rd draft. What I need is more card draw. Obviously, there comes a point where I'm hitting 10 cards a turn, but those early turns are shaky. And especially the turn where I'm dropping Pyre Grow, I want the extra draw. So this is a very strange Windleton run where I'm taking double draw instead of other things. I will go to the left here. Reasons, I want the removals. Every cut is big. It turns this run faster. So I can and should remove Vine Grasp and Sharpen next. Yes. Yes, I should. Yeah, we go left, for sure. Yeah, I'm hesitating, but I had to make sure. I had to talk myself into it. I think we have this. Quick, I don't think so. I'm going to re-roll that. Temple says -2. On the one hand, -2 focus growth seems fun, but on the other, I don't think so. I'm going to remove, like I said, it is the Vine Grasp here. Right? And I'm not worried about shards, by the way. I have 15 shards to get to 100. I'm going to the right, and I'm duping my Paraffin Enforcer friend here. So, it's fine. Now, I could cop out and take the draft to burn out 1. This would be my pick, but I have an opportunity at a reroll. Quick is pointless. We are going to get fast enough really quickly to the stage where we're going to be fine. I can simply stealth. And he has enough life right now that if he gets hit once or twice by the Divinity, it's okay. So we don't cop out yet. We reroll. Yo, multi-strike. This is huge. This is obviously the high roll here, but incredible. Amazing. And now I cut the Sharpen. We are really cultivating this deck down to almost nothing. It's interesting. Someone actually had a comment for me on another video I recorded recently that said, basically, if you remove enough cards from your deck, it's essentially holdover. And I agree, but then I say yes, but. And the reason I say that is because that's true, but it's actually difficult to get a run to the position where you get that few of cards. And if you plan your entire run around eventually dropping to redrawing your hand every turn, then you potentially lose because you still have to win the early rings, right? That's kind of the most important part. I actually think Thornlord is the worst here. Can you believe it? I'm going to take Unironic Strangler 3 here because I do not want the 3 stings, but I do want Windleton. Unreal. Unironic Strangler 3. Okay, Monster Train, you're doing it to me, bud. But yeah, like I was saying, and before I move on, otherwise I'm going to get distracted and not be able to talk about this, it's hard to get your deck to this position, right? It works in this case because I have the dregs as a starter, so they just go away. They're essentially consumes, and I can draw easily 10 cards around. And my other starting cards were units, right? So I have, what my cards are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 cards in my deck right now on a redraw, which is incredible. I draw 10 cards, I have 9 cards. So really, what am I worried about? Okay, 11 because 2 dead weights. So if I can remove one more card, we are super square. And it's probably just going to be a Root Seeds, right? It's fine. I'm guaranteed in 3 turns to see my stealth right now because I'm drawing 7 and I have 21 cards in my deck. Technically, there's a chance if I draw the Purifying Cleanse early that I screw myself out of it, but Windleton has 70 life. He can take a round. It's okay. So this is a weird run because the stars kind of aligned. You can't bank on this every time because it's extremely risky. We move on now. You just can't expect that. Mark of Invasion is absolutely free, actually, because I have... Wow, yeah, because I have Quick on turn 1. Incredible. Okay, good turn. We do Windleton. We do Draft. This Draft burns out, actually. I should have done this the other way. It's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I should have played that Draft first. I thought this was the other Draft. That's a mistake on my part. That's okay. Too late now. We have the Pyrogrow anyway. I'm not that worried about it. I actually think, by the way, that I skipped the Engulfed in Smoke here. We play Draft Friend. He's going to burn out. It's okay. Then we Focused Growth here. I wish to play all of my other cards. We get the Wildwood Tome here. Root Seeds. I'll put it in the back, actually. And I will take the Focused Growth. Or the Pyrogrow, rather. For that extra Ember. It offsets the burnout and stuff. Okay. Alright, we have our real draft now. I will take a Purifying Cleanse in the back for the moment. I need to self-mutilation here, and then I need to draw cards. Pretty much, I think. I think I actually want to heal Windleton, right? It's good to do so. I think drawing cards is more important here. We're going to burn 3 dregs. Actually, I'm going to burn 1 dreg up top. Man, again, I should have done this. I didn't think about the fact that I would chump block here. Yeah, that's fair. Dang, double mistakes. Well, it's okay. We get curses. Curses are hurting us a lot here, but we hit the most important things. So I wish to Root Seeds. I wish to Trap Shoot this front man downstairs. Right? Yeah. He can go away. I will now... Mutilation, mutilation. I could mold something back. I think I should mold back this draft. Start preparing the floor somewhat. And I will extend the burnout on him. We'll leave this in for the moment. I'm taking a ton of curses here because that's just kind of this way this is going to work. I am going to eat 5 damage to the Pyre on this turn. And you may ask, but why? And the answer is, honestly, it's going to make a lot of sense when I do it. We take this Focus Growth here, makes everything else free, and we are happy to accept that 1 damage as a result. I need to buff here. The 40 in front is enough. I'm looking to just spread the burnout around, and we take this 5, and I'm okay with it. Fine. Fine. Okay, we play Purifying Cleanse up front. Now we Engulfed in Smoke. I can actually afford both mutilations on this turn, which is huge. We're buffing Mr. X by 3 here. I will reform a Dreg. There's no reason not to. It dies, but that's okay. We scale a lot of Rage here, which is good. The Rage matters. Ooh, interesting. I did not hit what I wanted here. I'm going to stop taking mutilation hits. I do need to get some of this burnout continuing, yeah? The Rage is helpful. Cool, okay, it's mutilation, it's burnout extend on the middle, it's stealth here for sure. Then it's Burnout Extend on the middle. I need to draw a million cards, please, and thank you. We should get a couple turns here where I can actually do what I need to do. Yeah, that's solid. We heal to make everything cheaper. We need to lean in very quickly on scaling mid-floor here. I'm not going to reform, it's fine. We have enough rage to win this. We're fine. Yeah, actually this is super no problem. And then we have 8 stealth that we've stacked up. And this floor looks pretty darn good. Cool. Good job. And that's plenty of rage. Once we have the second one of these guys, this is actually going to be very lightning quick. I took 5 damage there. I think that was a correct choice to ramp me faster. But yeah. Don't draft cards that don't help. Same deal as resin removal, though. This is maybe the one card that you could have baited me with here, but I actually just don't think I need this. Windleton with the mark is going to be plenty durable for the Spikes Waves. So we'll skip that. Ooh, I almost never skip resin removal these days. We have to go to the right. I need the dupe. For sure. We're just going to do it. I'm just going to dupe him now. Root Split Mask is a nice touch. We're going to duplicate Mr. Paraffin Enforcer Draft here for exactly 100. I will buy -1s into stuff. On weird turns, I just need to be able to play these Root Seeds. So these are -1s for sure. The +10, you might as well toss it to the Focus Growth. That's worthwhile. The Permafrost, however, no. I'll spin it. Double stack. You could double stack Trap Shoot. I just don't think it's worth it. I'm going to, again, or -1 the Root Seeds. No +10 value, no problem. Trinket Shop says Lightstone Casing. Well, now hold on. If I Lightstone Casing and then +10 this Purifying Cleanse, that thing is beefy as heck. That's worth. Yeah, that's worth. Okay, well, I didn't really spend too much time thinking about it, but I do think that this is actually super fine here. +10. Stackstone, not today. Still not today. Merchant of Trinkets. Root Split Mask is unnecessary. I'm going to re-roll this. There could be something better. Waxer Snuffer with no extinguish triggers. In fact, I should just buy a removal. And I will just buy a removal. If I remove a Root Seeds, I draw my entire deck every turn. Right? Think about this. 1, 2 from dead weights. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you just cut one of the 1-costers, and you now draw your entire deck every turn. I may as well click this Horde. It could be good. Mark of a Champion? What does that put him at? 60? 60 cleave is... 40 is just good enough. Cleansing Water? This is kind of like pseudo resin removal. Am I going to click Cleansing Water over Mark of a Champion? Double Mark Windleton? This episode is going to be called Unironic Strangler 3, and everyone's going to laugh at me, and I love that. Okay. Mark of a Champion doesn't really do anything. The 40 to 60 point, that catches maybe upgraded... What? Pyrelight Party Boys? I forget what they're actually called. I know the boss is called Pyrelight Master. He's what? Party Boy. He's a Party Boy, whatever. I'm going to click Cleansing Water because I actually just think this is better. It can cleanse spikes. It can cleanse some other weird stuff. Yeah, I'm not buffing my Windleton friend. He's going to get scaled out by other stuff. Sure, we take Cleansing Water. It's like I got resin removal anyway. Alright, cool. 115 out of 100. Let's go ahead and kill Chaste. Chaste is the scariest thing here, for sure. But I think we get through it. This is the scariest thing here because he's going to be cutting my stuff. And we hate that. I hate seeing my stuff get cut. Fortunately, Focus Growth. Offsets, Pyre Grow. I will put a Dreg middle, because, again, if I can get Dregs to tank, these turns, we're going to be happy about it. Root seeds, root seeds. Bottom floor is not looking great. Well, you could Pyre Wings drop here and then take 25, 25, 15. Unfortunately, it does not look like I can actually clear and debate Seraph. It doesn't actually matter though, right? It just does not matter. We just get them all killed, it's fine. We burn the trap shoot for the moment. I could actually just drop big guy here, and that's pretty cool. Even though he gets more armor, I don't actually care about him. I am going to play the Purifying Cleanse into Windleton. He will need this at some point, and the 6 here helps. He already clears top floor, no problem. Cool, cool. We play double Draft Friend now. Good. I will play 1 Purifying Cleanse, and now it's time for Engulfed in Smoke. We draw, Purifying Cleanse. Okay. They get some rage scaling, which is good. We're gonna get cut here, which is not great. We hate the cut. You hate to see the cut, but it is going to just have to be okay. Now, here we get the moment of truth. Can I mold back anything and keep a floor alive? Yes, I can. You play Draft, and then Dragon the back, and bottom floor lives. Unbelievably. We will keep scaling here. I should probably do it in the back. It doesn't really... I don't need to do anything else too crazy, yeah. So he should stay bottom? Hey, it's incredible. We love it. I take an Ember Drain for it, but truthfully, that's worth it. We continue our burnout escapades. We get the stealth here. He's going to cut it again because he's chased, but we are able to scale our attack damage in a major way now, which is valuable. I think when we take back the draft here, right? Bottom floor not looking great. Mid floor also not looking great. Okay, we don't get to bait him again. It's fine. We just lose our floor. That's fine. So he comes upstairs here, and he's going to cut me down to 1 stealth. Yeah, cool. I get burnout. It's good. I'm going to stealth some more. It's good. We will try our hardest to chew through the boss here. Continue burning out in the back. What can I reform that's durable? Draft has the most HP right now. That's tough, friend. He doesn't make it, but that's okay. We're at least able to clear floors. We're going to get cut again, unfortunately, but I am drawing my entire deck every turn. We've gotten to that point, so we actually can beat him now, right? We can beat this guy because I'm drawing 10 cards every turn, and eventually I'll be able to reform this draft to survive a floor. Eventually, but not yet. So he comes... Oh, he doesn't actually go upstairs. He actually doesn't get to cut me anymore. This is going to be plenty of stealth. I'm not worried about it at all. Just look at the numbers real quick. We're at, what, 9 stealth here? Doing great. 10 burnout on the floor. We easily outramp this. No problem. Here, we can maybe keep bringing back Mr. Draft. Eventually, he's going to swing. I know he won't. I just want to believe. We just want to believe. Engulfed in smoke, you just keep doing the same stuff. Nothing too fancy. Come on, Draft. I believe. I believe, bud. You can do it. Get it. Okay, you actually healed the boss. Well done. Cool. I mean, I think we just press end turn here and we're fine. Yeah, stealth for no real reason. We're good. Good. Great job. Cool. This is fast ramping and very strong. You know, Engulfed in Smoke is perhaps an easy card to overlook here. I think that this is a case where this run looks very clean for me, and this is probably what the other players did who won. If you don't look at Engulfed in Smoke and think of that as a solution to your run, you're probably going to struggle, right? You are probably going to struggle, and that's unfortunate. Man, again with this dreg nonsense. I could have just gotten him killed for the Ember Drain, but here I am. I'm just ignoring Ember Drain, I guess, right? Look, I'm gonna be smart about it, okay? You play the dreg first, so he dies. Then you put down this man. Look at it, we did a great job. We're so good at the video game. We play a ton of root seeds here. I will trap shoot the boss. No, I'm not gonna. I just did this Ember Drain bull crap. Oh my gosh, I'm unhinged, okay? I'm completely unhinged. I'm gonna save the trap shoot, maybe? We're guaranteed the stealth next turn, right? We are. I'm gonna play it. I don't want this card. I'm gonna play it on his feet. There you go, bud. I took trap shoot just in case, and it ended up not being critical. That's fine. Hey, look, we did it. We get our big friend. Okay. I then get Purifying Cleanse in the back to heal him. I then get Engulfed in Smoke. Incredible. I wish to extend the burnouts. I wish to sacrifice units here. Molded. We just keep bringing something back because you never know when it could make a difference. Cool. I'm pretty confident we're going to win very rapidly with constantly hitting the boss like this. This is just one of those things that's really powerful, right? It just adds up very quickly. I have to vaguely think about where my root seeds are going, kind of. Not really. It's well, burnout is the real question, right? Where is the burnout going? That is the most important question here. At this stage, we've done it, right? We've got it. I'm clearing the harvest wave outright, which is pretty unbelievable when you think about it, but who needs the burnout? Mr. Man in the back? Sure. Bring back my other draft. Maybe he swings at some point in this combat. I'll believe. We're going to very rapidly get to the point where we're clobbering heavies, mini-bosses, and everything. Meanwhile, Cleansing Water, y'all. Look at that. Clears this whole floor. Incredible. It's what? We're going to extend in the middle. I'm going to focus growth in the front. I'm going to Engulfed in Smoke now. We completely win. It's just a matter of pressing the buttons and believing in your draft on middle floor. Full belief. We clear that mini-boss, which is actually something that usually the struggles with. By the way, Steel Slate, get screwed. You don't get spikes. Absolute loser. Imagine having spikes. We're casually doing 1,000 damage here, by the way. You can quickly see kind of the scaling we're talking about. So, this is good. And, oh no, I gave armor to the whole floor. I am a buffoon. Oh no, I'm so terrible at the video game. Meanwhile, bottom floor just got bodied by Cleansing Water again. We love to see that. Stealth, healing, sure, why not? We very well might win next turn. It's not impossible. Yeah, we're chewing through floors. It's pretty cool, actually, to see. Do I get it? Man, I'm close. I don't get it. I think I might have actually gotten it if I hadn't messed up with the... What is it? The armor on that previous floor, actually. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh no, my one turn difference. It's okay. Yeah, he's at 250. That's pretty close. We're definitely winning. I could just press end turn, but I'm not going to take these curses, at least. Cool. This is great news. This is honestly an excellent example of just find anything that keeps you alive. And I swear to hell, this man is punching. This man gets 2 swings. He does 180 damage, Mr. Giraffe. Hell yes. It's okay. I know he doesn't get down there, but that's fine. Good job. Go team. Alright, so is Engulfed in Smoke the most important card in this deck? Absolutely. So critical. Without Engulfed in Smoke, we lose. But the fact that we saw it and then went to a magic shop immediately is clutch. I'm going to look at what other people did, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be this. Let's see. I actually did pretty okay on score. Similar timing. What you got? Where's that engulfed in smoke? Yeah, buddy. All right, cool. All right, so we have our friend Gabriel here doing the same thing. He froze it so that he wouldn't ever drop it. That's fine. I think that's reasonable. He added an extra light of Seraph. Does he have a third one of these drafts? Yeah, he does. Look at it. His guy is exactly the same as me. It's like great minds think alike or something. So he, okay, his episode is probably more entertaining than mine because he has Big Custodian, right? And really, I don't have anything as nearly as cool as Big Custodian, right? He kept his lad. I think our run looks better from an optimization perspective. His run looks cooler. He took the Hallow Drippings. That's actually really interesting. This is a big gamble, in my opinion. I actually think that you need to take reform, just in case. He did the same thing with the purifying cleanse too. Oh, but he didn't see that holdover. Oh, interesting. So he actually, with the way he set this up, if he didn't have this Hallow Drippings, he doesn't have enough burnout. That's really interesting, actually. He boxed himself into a corner by not taking the holdover on Purifying Cleanse. I wonder if he tunnel visioned the Steel Shop on Ring 3. That might be a difference in our runs, because that's where I saw this holdover. Channel Song. I mean, in the end, Channel Song would have been okay with this many drafts, but you have all these dregs, so you would have had to... look at this Channel Song, and don't tell me that this is screwing him over sometimes, right? He's going to hit dregs, what, more than half the time. Yeah, because he's got, what, 5 dregs, 1 Wildwood Custodian that he's left in with Channel Song, by the way, and then 4 drafts, only 3 of which he really wants on his floor. So this is chaos, but it does win. He has the important parts, right? Okay, remove Consume Wildwood Tome. I'm going to tell you, that's bad, because you have stealth. And you know what that means? That if you stealth enough, then you don't need quick for anything. What a really weird run. I feel like he dealt with a lot of chaos here that he didn't need to, but that's kind of interesting. I feel like ours is a much more refined version of this. We'll skip mine real quick, go to the other person's. Hey, Ebel, all right. What did you do? You have, again, I think, a much less cleaned up version of what we did. Do you have the stealth at all? Do you not have the stealth? Wow. Okay. How did you do? I mean, this ramps fast enough offensively. I guess you just pinged things out and okay, I mean, you did this. You stunned the boss. You dazed that man to oblivion. So the enemy doesn't get rounds that way. And I guess with just weird. I'm actually I guess this kind of pays out, right? This does get there. It's just weird to see. I think that this, again, could have been cleaned up more. It's interesting. I think both of these wins here are, they're fine. They win. They take the victory. But when you look at my deck, I think that you see that this is a super refined version of the other ones that the other people did here. This is extremely refined. You have the intrinsic Wildwood Tome. This just guarantees your mid game, rather, so that you never lose because you have quick. You should always take this here with Windleton because you don't know what you're going to see. And in this case, we didn't see Predator, so it's fine. And you only need 2 of these. It's enough on the floor. We have 10 cards in the deck on a redraw, so we always see our Engulfed in Smoke. Plenty fast. We take the Pyre Growth so that we have 4 Embers so that we can also play the Focused Growth. So we're playing these 4 Embers here, and then everything else is free in my run. And you just clean up. You have the backup molded. I could have removed this, honestly, but it is a very useful security measure. It also let me kind of reform this draft for funsies, which is great. You refine your deck out by removing everything else. You take the Purifying Cleanse. I think this cleans up really well. I could have gone way higher on shards. I honestly had no shard limit, really. We easily clobber everything. So I think this is a very well-refined run, in my opinion. I'm pretty happy with it, in fact. I think it's very good as far as a demonstration of what to do for a run like this. Obviously, the big takeaway, Engulfed in Smoke. I think that this is the strongest, smartest decision you could make here as far as keeping yourself alive. Seeing the double stack was huge, but we also knew that there was a spell chain in the temple, so we could have made this work, right? You could have just as easily done -1 spell chain, it would have cost a little more Ember, but remember, we have the stupidity of Split Anvil doing a ton of work in this run, so we could have made it happen anyway. You could have just played both, and then everything else in your deck is free, because Split Anvil, and then that would have been just fine. It would have done the same thing, right? And it's not as good because it is 3 net Ember, but it is functional. It gets the job done. So we always had it there, which is important. The double stack's just better, so I took it. And getting it to 1-2 cost is fine. Taking that Paraffin Enforcer, you know you gotta do it. You need to take your offensive scaling when you see it. That unit has it, and we want it. We have drafts in our starter. I think it is super correct to play into the draft instead of the Paraffin Enforcer on this run. You see Gabriel do this too, right? He does the exact same unit, which is correct. I think this is like super correct. And you see Ebel over here struggling because he went the other direction. Look at this, Burnout 1. That's wild. He had to do intrinsic purifying cleanse, 2 of them, in order to keep his draft from falling apart because he did this. He really put himself on the back foot by picking it this way. Now, you can do this in certain runs where you desperately need the draw priority. But when you have root seeds and you have the ability to basically cycle your deck like lightning, you do not need that. You're happy to just draw your guy on turn 3 or whatever. It's fine. Plus, Windleton can hold down the floor until then. So you really have no risk here by doing it this way, which is just way better. So anyway, we just crossed an hour 30. I think I've talked enough about this. Brings us up to 19 wins on the series. You'll love to see it. So I'll let you go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.